Hi guys, welcome back to Cardz TV. This is Mary, and today we're going to make a quick card. It's going to be a tall card or a long card. It's one that will fit in a business size envelope. I think you call this a number 10 size envelope. And we're going to be using Cardz rule and elegant edges. Love both of these. And I've got a new stamp set out called More Encouraging Thoughts. This one seems to work just like Encouraging Thoughts worked well with Cardz rule. This one does too. And we're going to be using two of the stamps on here today. We're going to be using Be Brave and You Can Do It on the same card. We're going to do the inside of the card today as well. So let me get everything out of the way and we'll get busy on our tall card. Now our card is going to be 3 3/4 by 9, and to get that I cut my cardstock at 7.5 inches by 9 inches and I scored it in the center, and it becomes 3 3/4 by 9. Now on top of this we're going to put a green layer. I love this color green, and I've inked around it as well as all the other papers and my Cricut images with my new favorite Tim Holtz Tea-Dye Distress ink. And we're going to go ahead and get our green layer put on our pink card base, and we'll use the ATG gun for that. Now I didn't tell you, but this green mat is 3.5 by 8 3/4. Now on top of this I have this really pretty K & Company pattern paper, and it's got some pink and a little bit of a kind of a light burnt orange. I really like it. But before we put this on our card base, we're going to add a border right over here. And I've already gone ahead and stamped it with the Cardz TV stamp, Be Brave. And I used some Memento Tuxedo Black ink for that. Love that ink as well. And I've also inked around this with the Tim Holtz Tea-Dye Distress ink. And let me show you the border that we're going to add. It's going to go right down here, and because we're using Cardz rule, I thought it would be fun to have the border have like a sawtooth cut that looks like the crocodile's teeth. And to get this little border, and I have cut it longer because I'm going to add it and then trim it off so I can put it exactly where I want it. Let me grab this. This is from Elegant Edges, and this border is on page 40, and I've actually cut two. I cut one out of the green and one out of a pink pattern paper, and I cut these at, let me think, 3/4 of an inch. Here's the border right up here. Now we've got the border on, and I'm just going to flip it over to the back and take some sharp scissors and go ahead and get this trimmed. Now we can go ahead and add this to the front of our card, and we'll be ready for our little image. Now here's what we're going to add to the front of our card. I just love this, and I thought it was perfect for this sentiment, Be Brave, because this little girl's going to stick her head in the crocodile's mouth. Oh, I love it. But let me show you this in the Cardz rule cartridge. It's on this, like this is your first page, here's your second page, and it's the 4th cut down. And I've cut this at 2 3/4 inches, and it was just the perfect size for this card. Now for the background, I've cut it out of black so that it shows through for the little girl's face and also her shoes. Then the next layer is the little girl herself, and I cut her out of peach, and I took some pink chalk and highlighted her little cheeks, and I've added a little pink bow to her hair, and that's just some pink embroidery floss. The next layer is her hair, which is blonde, and the crocodile's teeth right there. And the last layer that you'll cut will be the green layer, and that will be the crocodile, and it will cut the little girl's dress out of green, but I wanted her to have this little pink and white check dress, and it cuts the dress first. So I went ahead and put this paper down, and once it cut the dress, I hit stop and didn't let it cut the crocodile, but then I did have to go ahead and let it cut a green dress as well to get the crocodile. I've got the little girl and the crocodile on 2 thicknesses of foam tape, and I'm going to go ahead and get them added to the front of the card, and then we're going to work on the inside. Oh, that looks really cute. But you know what, guys? I think it needs one more thing added to the front before we do the inside. You know what that is, don't you? We just need to add a few little buttons over here. Some of these little tiny ones from Favorite Findings. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'll go ahead and add these to the front, and then we'll do the inside. Okay, we've got our front done. Now for the inside, first we're going to add a green mat. And this green mat is 3 inches by 5.5. And we're going to go ahead and center this right there, and we'll use the ATG gun for that. Next we're going to add a strip of the pattern paper, and this is cut at 1.5 inches by 8 inches, and I have inked around all these inside layers as well with the Tim Holtz ink, and we're going to add this right here. We're going to use the ATG gun for that. Now here's our sentiment mat, and I've inked it really heavily with the Tim Holtz ink, and this sentiment mat is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to add it to this pattern paper. This is the same as the little girl's dress, and this is 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. And we're going to layer these together with the ATG gun, and then we're going to center those right here, and we'll have the inside done. And you can see, be brave, and you can do it. I think that goes really well together. So I'll go ahead and get these adhered together and put on the inside, and then we'll take a look at our finished card. Here's our finished long card. That would be just perfect to send to someone that you know that maybe is going through a tough time right now. There might be facing surgery, or maybe a college exam, or looking for a job, and this would be so great to just give them a little laugh and make them feel a little bit better. With the sentiment on the front, be brave and you can do it. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye now.